Hello, Goddess, and welcome to this week's biweekly Divine Feminine Energy check-in for Super Sign Sunday. For those who may be new to my channel, my name is Rochelle Richard, and welcome to our little corner of self-love empowerment, twin flame empowerment, entrepreneurial empowerment. We are all about looking for and finding our power so we can take it back. That's what we do around here. Learning to look at our journey as a collection of empowerment experiences rather than from the perspective of being a victim throughout our journey. So again, welcome and welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. I appreciate you so very much. Be sure to drop a comment below. Let me know what resonates with you. Let me know you stopped by. I always love to hear from all of you in any way that I can. And so with that, shall we? Come with me into the forest for more than the trees. Let's discover and embrace all this intuition sees. Together we shall come to know that which we need to reclaim our goddess power on this divine journey indeed. And I am so ready to hear what the energies are about. There's been so much happening for the Divine Feminine, right? There's so many things changing, so many things that are rearranging because why? You have finally gotten out of your way. For those on the twin flame journey, you're finally realizing that this journey is about you, boo. It's about you. It's not about clinging to that one person that, yes, by all means may very well be your twin flame. However, I'm willing to bet that your lesson has to do with letting go, being willing to completely let go of that and open yourself up for all the amazing that you have come to experience in this life. But you see, when we get attached to one single thing, we pinch ourselves off from all the other amazing that is so ready to flow into your life. But guess what, Goddess? You've been doing that. You've been opening yourself up. You've been finally letting go of what has kept you stuck where you once were. And so now so many exciting things are flowing in. So many things are unfolding. And oof! Not just for you, not just for you. That's exactly what I was about to say. Not just for you, but for those in your family, be they your soul family, your karmic family, right? Your children, your siblings, right? That blood family. But then perchance also in, of course, your soul family. You're finally breaking these cycles and you are now seeing the results, the rewards of all of this work that you have been doing, Goddess. And again, not just for you, but for those around you. Why? Because you are a leader. And when you step up in your own life, in your journey, to break these cycles, to do this work on yourself, you lead by example and show others that they too can do the same. And so this is why you are now in this amazing reaping rewards. That's what I just keep hearing, is you're reaping the rewards of having broken so many of these intense cycles. And now you're being presented as well with this new opportunity of stepping into this new space where, yes, these same patterns are going to present themselves. But how do we truly break a cycle is we make a different decision. We acknowledge that, ooh, old me would have chosen to do this, right? This is the pattern. This is the cycle. But I'm now breaking this cycle. I'm aware of it. I've been healing around it. And now that it's presented itself again to me for this opportunity to further reclaim my power, right? That now I am able to acknowledge this cycle having been broken and take appropriate forward moving action of making a different decision, of choosing a more aligned outcome for yourself. And that's what you're doing. So again, this is showing in your relationships and the lives of those around you who you directly influence. So those lives that are having this impact, Goddess, I want you to take a moment for yourself, and I want you to acknowledge how powerful you are. This is one of the cycles that we've been working on breaking, right? Is the denial of the power within you. So now you are taking this moment to acknowledge the power that you do have and the influence that you have on those around you. And that just by showing up, just by being you, you are changing the world, right? So celebrate yourself, celebrate all of these cycles having been broken, celebrate the influence, the impact, the power that you have over your own experience and those experiences of those around you, the experiences of those around you. Again, you have this glorious ability to simply be in your energy, in your essence. And by just showing up and being different, being the change that you have needed in your life, you're showing that others can do that for themselves too. And that is the true power of a self-love empowerment journey, right? Is being able to step into your power for yourself to create what changes you need. And in turn, for others to see and do that for themselves. I mean, just look at that beautiful ripple effect. So again, take time to celebrate all of these cycles that have been being broken by you and those around you because of the impact and influence and power that you have over those, again, around you, right? Oof. Well, didn't even get to that. Right? And the compassion is coming in this space of just like what the mean girl likes to do, right? Likes to, even though you have all of this that you can celebrate, right? So much amazing that you've achieved, accomplished, that you have overcome. There's that ego, right? That judgy part of you that says, but oh my God, there's still all of this. But oh my God, I made that mistake still. Or oh my God, I missed that. Whatever judgments that your mean girl wants to use to distract you or to deflect your celebratory space right now that you need to be in. That's why the compassion card is here. It's giving yourself that grace and that space to say, you know, I'm not going to focus on what isn't done. I'm not going to focus on what's wrong perceivably. No. I'm going to give myself that grace and I'm going to focus on celebrating how far I've come. I'm going to focus on celebrating what I've overcome and be in that energy for a while, goddess, because why? That sets your point of attraction for more things that feel like this, right? Whereas if you're focusing on things that don't feel good and you're judgy of yourself, then you're just going to be amplifying that energy more and more and more. So what are you feeding? Realize that that's what's growing. All right, so feed the good shit. Feed yourself good shit and you will get good shit out of yourself. That's how that works. All right. What else? Oof. Well, looky there. Oh my goodness. There just went a whole little stack for us. Well, here we go. Right now, right, we're celebrating how far you've come. That's the delight card here. I love this. Is one of my favorite cards in the deck. I just love the little baby fairy Pegasus here, and I always call these wishes, right? So count the blessings in your life. Count all the things, great and small, that have come through for you in your experience, especially as of late, right? Again, you are acknowledging for yourself all the work that you've done, how far you've come. Take delight in that, bask in that, so that you are putting out that energy, that frequency, that vibration to attract more like that, right? And so here we have, oh my goodness, like literally it's this whole journey. Like we have this whole journey right here in these three cards that came out all at the same time, right? It's literally this inner child healing of breaking these cycles. That's what we've had to do, right? Focus on that and go through this intense rebirth, right? And you have been. But the key is stepping into this true goddess you, right? We don't want to go backwards. We revisit so that we can heal and retrieve information and facets of ourselves and take that back, right? And integrate that and then step into this full empowered version of yourself. And so this is our cycle. This is what we do, right? We do this healing work, the inner child, when it comes up, then we go through that rebirth, that dark night of the soul, the reinventing, stepping into your new space. And that new space is this true goddess self. And each time we go through this process, each time we break these, we go through and we break these cycles, right? It's a whole perpetual going and growing journey. But right now where we are is in the celebratory space. You've got to celebrate all that you have endured and overcome, all the healing that you have achieved. Just because life may not look exactly how you think it should, based on what healing you have accomplished, it does not mean that you have not accomplished that healing. It does not mean that what you have achieved is irrelevant. Everything matters, goddess. Everything is important. All right, you've got to be the one to allow that to be seen for yourself, right? And so with that, let us ask where the power of surrender is then at this time. You know, obviously needing to allow yourself to see what you have accomplished, right? Taking delight in and basking in your accomplishments, right? Because you have come so far, goddess. You have worked so hard on all of these challenges, all of this healing. You've got to give yourself that grace. You've got to be the one to celebrate yourself above and beyond anybody else. You've got to do that for yourself, because does not the goddess in you truly celebrate you? Right? So where is the divine feminine energies? Where's the divine feminine's power of surrender? Oof. Well, okay then. Holy moly. We have a whole little area of, wow, we have 4 of them here. Well, boom. This is definitely spot on. Surrendering the outdated beliefs about yourself. That's what this whole cycle is. Every time we go back through, right? It's because we're triggered by beliefs that we hold about ourselves, beliefs that we were taught, beliefs that we developed for ourselves because of experiences that we went through, right? And these beliefs, most likely, obviously, if they're outdated beliefs, they are not aligned with your true goddess self. They're not aligned with who you truly are. And so therefore they are outdated. And it's time that you rewrite your script about yourself, right? Oh my goodness. The fact that we have surrender to play and we have the innocence card, again, celebrate, have fun, just go and play. Stop being so serious, because you have been. You've been working so hard, and you've accomplished so much that it's time to allow yourself some extra playtime, right? That is a part of this, surrendering outdated beliefs about yourself, that you're not allowed to play. You're not allowed to be silly. You're not allowed to act a fool and be goofy. Well, I'm here to tell you, sister, that is a lie. All right? So surrender to trust on this journey. Surrender to trusting that you are where you're supposed to be, right? Surrender to the trust of the journey, knowing that everything is working out for you, that at this point where you are is, again, celebratory. That you have had trust in this journey. You have kept this faith. So now surrender even deeper into it by taking a break and just basking in your achievements, basking in how far you've come, trusting that you are where you're supposed to be. And looky there, surrender negative thinking, right? So in order to allow yourself to truly marinate and bask in this space of accomplishment, of feeling like you've gotten so much done, you got to surrender this too, right? The outdated beliefs about yourself, surrendering negative thinking. It does come down to you getting out of your own way and really, because this is a part of the growth. This is a part of this expansion. where you allow yourself to fully integrate this growth, this learning, this breaking of these cycles, that you fully integrate and allow yourself to truly step into this next version of your goddess self. And that is what this surrender to trust is about. Trusting that this unknown space is exactly where you're supposed to be, right? So just have fun with this journey, have fun with where you are, and let it continue to unfold in the amazing way that it's supposed to be unfolding. Again, goddess, acknowledge for yourself where you are and how far you've come. All right, so let's see what we have for angel number. Oh, and drum roll. Ooh, 10, 10. Ooh, I'm intrigued to see what this says. So we know that the ones are new beginnings, right? And that's exactly where we are, right? Because with every ending, every breaking of the cycles, there's a new beginning. For every ending, there's a new beginning. And for every new beginning, there must be an ending, right? So 1010 tells us you're ready for a higher state of consciousness. Which is the whole reason why you have to surrender this negative thinking and these outdated beliefs about yourself, right? Because they are not aligned with a higher level of consciousness. You have to really be allowing yourself, you have to really be trusting in your own divinity, trusting in your power, trusting in the magnificence of that which you are. So 1010 also speaks to us of spiritual awakening, right? Which is this whole next level of higher consciousness, this whole next level of expansion, this up level of where you are, goddess. It's a time to be focusing on your life purpose through personal and spiritual development. This is why it's so important that you marinate in your accomplishments. That's what that true integration of spiritual development is. If you just keep focusing on, I got to get that done and get that done and get that done, that keeps you in your ego. You don't actually integrate things. You have to embody it and then actually put that learning to practice, right? So you have to really be the change. 1010 is telling you to step out of your comfort zone, as that is of the ego. And right now we are, healing these traumas and wounds that really keep us in that little box of the comfort zone, which is not comfortable. It's only called the comfort zone because it's familiar, and that which is familiar is comfortable, even though it's not actually comfortable by definition of what comfortable is, right? 1010 says it's time to be listening to your intuition and follow your intuition unquestioning, meaning it's not going to make sense, goddess. You're going somewhere you've never gone in order to be somewhere you've never been. So you have to experience this unknown. You have to listen and be led into spaces and places that are unfamiliar, because you want to go somewhere you've never gone. So of course you need to listen and follow unquestioning, because if you let your ego question your intuition, your ego is always going to find a reason to sabotage you every time. 1010 tells us of innovations, right? You're at this new level of consciousness, which means, more downloads are coming in. A more expanded perspective of your experience is now available to you, and therefore you're going to experience a greater capacity of innovativeness, meaning you're going to be able to put together solutions a bit easier than before. And so 1010 tells you to direct your abilities and aptitudes toward constructive activities. So now is that time for some of the things that you've been putting off because you got to figure out something, quote unquote, right? Now is the time to kind of maybe pull that out and kind of go, I'm ready for this. There's a solution here and I'm seeing it, right? Because you've got to tell the story of how you want it to be, right? So focus on things that are doing activities, right? Just like this whole surrender to play. We think of children so much in that way of, you think Lincoln Logs and Legos, you think construction, building, they're figuring things out, right? They're experiencing their reality. And that's what play does. Play is that space that also allows for all new things to flow in, because you're not blocking yourself off. You're not pinching yourself off thinking that you have it figured out. You're just playing, and whatever happens. And it's in that receptive mode space that you then allow for an innovative, constructive solution to come into your mind and go, oh my goodness, that's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that before, right? Well, it's because you were pinching yourself off from it. Now is that time to just surrender to trusting that journey, surrender to play. And this is what will allow for that clarity to just naturally come through. And last but not least, angel number 1010 says, get rid of toxicity by changing your mindset and attitude. Holy wow. Just the way our surrender cards, the way that our cards just are so aligned and supported at a greater capacity of clarity and messaging, right, for the angel numbers, for the angel number of 1010 today. Right? Because that is this whole negative thinking and surrendering outdated beliefs about yourself, because what you believe, you attract, right? So if you are experiencing toxicity, you've got to look at what you're thinking in your mind. Well, obviously these cards are coming up, so you've got to be checking yourself and seeing how you may be potentially being, I'll use the word conniving or sneaky. Underhanded is a good word too, right? Where it's not blatant, negative thinking, but upon further reflection, further, study of it, you can go, oh yeah, no, that actually is contradictory to what I would like to create for myself, right? So it's really moving on to that deeper level of learning is where we are, right? And that's why it's important to be celebrating where you are, celebrating how far you've come. Think about that old version of you and how you really, really were not nice to her, right? That version of you was not nice to yourself. And look at where you are now. Look at some of the things that you are just like, wow, I can't believe I used to think that about myself. Right? I can so look that 20 years ago in my life and actually believe that I deserved all the horrible things that were happening to me, being raped and gang raped and all of that way back when. I believed I deserved that because I had such a negative view about myself. And now I sit here doing all this amazing stuff in my life and with goddesses and entrepreneurs, and it's just amazing. And I'm like, wow, I cannot believe I actually used to believe that I deserved such horrible things to happen to me. But right, that's because I believed it and therefore it happened. So this is that time again for you to really bask in how far you've come, marinate in all the amazing accomplishments that you have achieved, Goddess. Look at how far you've come, right? Don't allow yourself to see what you think you still need to do. Just like Abraham Hicks says, you never get it done. So celebrate what you have gotten done. You never get it all done. So celebrate what you have. Like, I love checklists. I love when I put certain things on my checklist and I accomplish those, especially early in the day. Oh my goodness, I feel so amazing. And I bask in that. And that's the kind of space that allows for, again, more amazing to flow in. So this is where we are, Goddess. You're in that basking in all the amazing, celebrating all these cycles that you have broken, the cycles so far even of negative thinking and outdated beliefs about yourself, right? Now you're able to see a bit more clearly some of the other ones that are next on the chopping block, shall we say, right? But for right now, they can be where they are because the work that you have is in playing, celebrating, having fun, right? Raising that vibration and, being the amazing of you. And so with that, Goddess, thank you so much for joining me today. This was a good one for the Divine Feminines. And for those divine feminines who are looking for a place to call home, a place to, from self-love empowerment, to twin flame empowerment to, we're even getting into entrepreneurial empowerment. And this month for July, I'm so excited. We're doing the whole manifesting moon ritual process, which is my own process. It's an entire moon cycle experience where we do a new moon ritual as well as a full moon ritual. And we are doing that in the Goddess Tribe. And we would love for you to join us because we will do it again later in the year. But there's so many other things to enjoy. Of course, biggest and best of all is finding a home among other soul sisters who are sharing in this journey right along with you. So that would be the Rise and Thrive Tribe Ascended. You can check it out on the website. I do need to make my updates on the website, but you can by all means come and see me on Instagram at Healing Twin Flames or Empowerment Experiences. We can chat about it. And with that, though, I'm super excited. Oh, and by the way, when you sign up for the group, you get a free one-on-one 30-minute session with me because obviously we got to see where you are, what your goals are, what you're looking to achieve from being a part of the group. And yeah, that's it. That's what we got. Super excited, Goddess. I will see you in the next video. For our next one, it would be Twin Flame Tuesday, the Divine Masculine Energy. And remember, Goddess, celebrate all the amazing that you have accomplished, okay? All right. Remember, Goddess, the power, it is in your hands because that power has always, always been inside you. Namaste.